So for this guided meditation practice, I invite you to find a comfortable, private, quiet space. You can sit on a chair with a straight back with your feet straight on the floor, flat on the floor, or you can sit cross-legged on a cushion. Wherever you sit, just make sure it's some place that's comfortable, that allows you to relax. And we'll start with just taking a deep inhalation, closing the eyes, placing the hands on the belly button. And as you breathe in, just expanding the belly button, expanding the belly, relaxing it, letting it fill. And you can sigh on the exhale, just releasing any stress, any thoughts, anything from the outside world. Breathing in again. Relax. Okay, we'll do a third breath. Breathing into the belly, deep, deep. And sighing. I invite you to move your palms to the tops of your legs with your palms facing skyward. Keeping the eyes closed, continuing to breathe deep into the belly. Nice, smooth, gentle, deep breaths at your own pace. As you slow down, as you breathe into that belly, allowing the nervous system to transition to parasympathetic state through this deep belly breathing, relaxing on the exhale, sinking deeper into your cushion. From this space, slowing down into the present moment, breathing, emptying the mind. On the next inhalation, I invite you to imagine you have a string tied to the top of your head, the highest point. Imagine that string is gently, slightly pulling you upward, extending the spine and allowing the chin to drop a little bit towards the chest. Just feeling the spine lengthen and stretch. Breathing into this lengthened spine and seeing if you can hold the structure with your skeleton while releasing and relaxing the muscles around it. Just releasing any tension. This can take a little bit of practice. This is what in Taoism is called the middle way. This is the merging of the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, the erect structure and the relaxed, loose muscles of the body. Meeting both energies at once. And just continuing to breathe, continuing to make any slight adjustments. See if you can find just a little more alignment. And then relax, let everything relax around it. Breathing deep into the tailbone, and the tip of the head to the tailbone. Breathing through the spine that's nice and extended. And just seeing if you sense any slight, subtle change with your spine in alignment. Relaxing, softening, sinking into your cushion. With your next breath, I invite you to breathe awareness into the top of your head. Notice any sensations in the scalp, the forehead. Noticing perhaps any slight air movements across the forehead, the brow. Any tingling on the scalp. Breathing a nice, gentle, soft, deep, slow breath into the top of the head. Just noticing if there's any tension and consciously releasing it. With your next inhalation, I invite you to move your awareness down to the eyeballs, the eye sockets, the cheekbones, the nose, the mouth, the tongue, the jaw. Breathing loving awareness into these areas, bringing a smile to the face. Just bringing a smile. Imagine mirroring just a smile to yourself. Just feeling what it feels like to smile at yourself. Breathing into that feeling, letting it spread. And scanning this area of the body, the face, the jaw, noticing if there's any tension anywhere. And consciously just softening it, letting it go. And with your next inhalation, moving your loving awareness down the neck, all the muscles of the neck leading down to the shoulders, the connective tissue connecting the head to the torso, all the muscles. Breathing into these areas, smiling into these areas, noticing any sensations, any tension, any heat, just anything that needs to be felt. Just allowing it to relax, to be felt. Allowing yourself to sink deeper. Relax, relax, relax deeper into your mat. Let it go. With your next breath, moving down the outsides of the shoulders, down to the upper arms, the biceps and triceps, down to the elbow, to the forearms, to the hands, the palms, the wrists, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Breathing down all the pathways of your arms. Breathing deep, deep in, scanning for any tension anywhere in the arms. Smiling at the arms, and releasing any tension. Softening, sinking. And with your next breath, I invite you to travel back up the arms to the shoulders and moving down the spinal column to all the surrounding muscle groups of the upper back. Breathing into the upper back, breathing into the upper chest. Continuing to smile, even smiling behind the eyes, just a gentle, loving awareness, sending love, acceptance, gratitude to this wonderful creation that is your body. And breathing into the upper chest, into the upper back, upper spinal column, softening any tension, just consciously breathing into any tension and just relaxing it, allowing it to rest. And with your next breath, we'll move down to the heart, down the spinal column into the heart area. Breathing, smiling at the heart. Sending so much gratitude, so much love to the heart. To your heart, which has never missed a beat. Even while your mind has sometimes been in some of the darkest places or felt like giving up or given up, the heart has always continued beating steadily. Continuing to breathe deep into the heart, imagining your smile, your loving awareness is like a balm, just massaging the heart, giving it some love. Thank you, thank you. Just noticing anywhere where there may be a little soreness, there may be a little pain, and just softening with it, letting it be felt. Breathing into it and relaxing on the exhale. Energy can't be felt or can't move unless it is felt. And thanking the heart, we will continue breathing, moving down the spinal column into the lungs, the rib cage, breathing into these areas, filling the lungs with vital life force, air, energy, prana. Feeling into any tension, smiling at the lungs, thanking the lungs, and releasing any tension on the exhale. Allowing ourselves to sink deeper into the mat, the whole body to relax with it. And with our next breath, moving down the spinal column to the organs, the organ cavity, to the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, the stomach, the intestines. Breathing into all the organs, smiling at all the organs. Smiling a smile of gratitude, just beaming your energy and gratitude into your whole belly, into your lower back, the middle of the back as well. Breathing deep into these areas, smiling, relaxing, letting anything move, anything be felt that needs to be felt, that needs to move. Sinking deeper into your cushion. And with your next breath, moving down to the tailbone, Breathing deep into your tailbone. Letting that breath spread into your glutes, your butt cheeks, your anus, your sphincter, which is often so contracted. Breathe into your butt. We call it being a tight ass for a reason. We walk around with so much tension in the pelvic floor. Breathe into all these areas, into the womb space, the sexual organs, the butt, the anus, the tailbone, just breathing, feeling, just smiling at these areas as well, allowing them to soften, noticing any tight spots and just breathing into it, consciously just let it relax. Relax your butthole. And notice yourself also sinking deeper into your cushion as you release the pelvic floor. Sinking deeper. And with your next breath, moving down the legs to the upper legs, the thighs, the quads, down to the knees, the shins and calves, all the way down to the ankles, the soles of the feet, the tips of the toes. Breathing, bringing loving awareness, smiling to the legs, all the way from the tops, upper legs to the tips of the toes and the soles of the feet. Scanning for any tension held here. Breathing into it with a deep inhalation. And slowly softening, just releasing, relaxing. From this space, complete relaxation, I invite you to breathe as slowly, as deeply as possible. Scanning the entire body from the tips of the toes and the tips of the fingertips, up through all the nervous system channels, up through the skeletal structure and muscles, to the top of the head, and back down again. Continuing to scan and release anywhere where there's tension. Just allowing the energy to move wherever it needs to move, whatever areas need some healing, need some relaxing. Allowing your body's intelligence to guide this healing energy. You're breathing in through your hands and your feet. Relaxing deeper and deeper. The deeper we relax, the more the energy moves through our body. And from this place of stillness, coherence, of relaxation, I invite you to imagine a door before you, a large wooden door, an ancient door with iron hinges and an iron door latch. With your next breath, I invite you to reach for the door latch and open the door. As the door opens, a brilliant, bright, sun-filled room appears before you. An ancient hall with white walls and windows all over, just streaming in bright sunshine, rays of sunshine beaming onto the ancient oak wooden floors. With your next breath, I invite you to step over the threshold onto the wooden floors, feeling the sunlight hit your feet, feeling the warm wood beneath your feet creak as you walk into this room, the most beautiful room you've ever seen. It's a room that feels so warm, so safe, so sacred. And as you begin walking into this room, you notice right in the middle of the room there's a large, full-length mirror. An ancient mirror with wooden hand-carved edges, frame. I invite you to begin walking towards this mirror. And as you step up in front of this mirror, this beautiful ancient mirror, you gaze into it, standing before it, and you see inside of it, looking back at you, is your higher self. I invite you to smile, to wave, to greet your higher self, to step closer if you'd like, to observe this version of you, your potential, standing here before you. What is it that you notice about them? How do they appear? What can you sense about them, who they are? Continuing your deep breathing, just observing this version of you. And as you take them in, I invite you to ask them any questions. or just be open to them sharing any wisdom with you. I invite you to ask them, what do I need to do to become more like you? I invite you to speak that out loud as you imagine looking at them in this mirror. Speak it as many times as you need until you feel that they hear you. And then wait for their answer. As you stand here before them, I invite you to take in any wisdom, any lessons, anything you're just noticing. Perhaps any words they spoke. What is it that separates you from your potential, from this version of you that you are gazing at in front of you? This is the question. I invite you as well to notice their strengths, their power, their gifts. As you tune into them, in this reflection before you, you need to tune into those same qualities that exist in you now. Breathing into them. Breathing into these parts of yourself that are actually already ripe within you. I invite you to place both your hands up to the mirror, touching fingertips and palms with your highest self, and feel your energies merge. Breathe in your power. Breathe in your gifts. Feel your completeness. This version of you is you. The work lies in just removing what gets in the way. of this truth, of this reality. Your next breath, I invite you, if you'd like, to let go of your hands for a moment and step into the mirror in a full hugging embrace with your higher self until you both completely merge into one another, your hearts overlapping and fusing into one. Breathe in this energy. Feel it shooting through your entire body. The tips of your toes and fingertips all the way up to your head, moving this white light. Completely relaxing into it, breathing. Welcome home. This version of you is always accessible. It is always just a breath away. Breathe into that. Breathe it deep into the belly. Feel that, register that, your entire nervous system. Relax, knowing that you have this inner temple, this inner safety you can always come back to. This is the journey we are on, the journey of remembrance. Remembering the lost and disconnected parts of ourselves that were actually never lost. They were just buried underneath illusions, underneath conditioning, trauma, stories that no longer need to exist. By breathing, by coming back to this felt knowing, we reprogram our genetics. We create new neural pathways of being, coherence, into these empowered versions of ourselves. With your next deep breath, I invite you to take one final breath to complete this merging of energies. Letting everything settle, be downloaded into the nervous system, into the amygdala, into the subconscious, feeling it. You know it's working when you can feel it. And with your next breath, I invite you to step backwards out of the mirror, releasing this version of you, and also knowing that You're inside each other now. You're in a deeper state of resonance and coherence. You're tuned to one another now and merged. Looking into the mirror, I invite you to say thank you, to smile, to bow, to place your hand on your heart, whatever feels appropriate. Just thanking your higher self for this gift. Thanking yourself for this gift. And with your next breath, I invite you to wave goodbye and slowly turn around and head across the room, walking through the rays of sunlight back to the door. When you reach the door, opening the latch, the door creaks open, and as you move towards it, you take one last look behind you, giving thanks to this beautiful room, to Spirit, Creator, to all your ancestors, all your guides, all beings that have served you, that are always serving you. Stepping through the doorway, closing the door behind you, the latch shuts. Taking a deep breath, floating through the void of time and space, back into this seated position, back into this present moment on Earth. I invite you to continue staying with the breath, staying with this energy you've cultivated within yourself, you've connected to, for as long as you like. Namaste.